We know picking a school can be hard, so we wanted to lay out the top things to compare when choosing a school. Whether you're already speaking with a school representative or just getting started looking, it's a good idea to have a clear picture in mind to see what you're looking for and what's going to be realistic for you once you're in school. If you have a few options in mind, make a pros and cons list and compare that way. Here are a few things to consider when you're choosing your school. First thing is programs offered. If you're looking for a cosmetology program, this shouldn't be too big of an issue, but if you're wanting something more specific, like let's say laser training or permanent makeup, you'll definitely need to make sure the school you're going to is going to have that program or at least something similar that will train you on it. And a school representative should be able to help you figure that out, figure out what program you're actually looking for and if they'll have something that will help you get trained on it. Cost is the next one. Do you know what's included in your tuition? Be sure to ask a representative if your books and cosmetology kit will come with your tuition, and also make sure to ask if there will be any other fees you have to pay, tools you'll have to buy, or extra courses you might need to take. Financial aid is definitely something to consider. Find out if your school is eligible for federal financial aid and if they offer payment plans or maybe private financial funding. Keep in mind that schools that are not accredited will not be able to receive federal financial aid, but make sure to see which scholarships your school accepts and if they offer one you can apply for. Education requirements is one to consider as well. This will vary from state to state and school to school, but most schools accept students with a high school diploma or a GED. Make sure to check and see if you're eligible with your education background. Schedule is the next one. Each state has required hours for licenses, and beyond that, a school can choose to extend their required hours if they see fit. Talk to the school and see how many hours they require and what their class schedule looks like. You'll want to find out when classes are starting to make sure that it fits with your schedule. And if you have a family, another job, or any other kind of regular obligations, you might also want to consider a school that offers part-time or night classes. Location is the next one. To some people, driving a ways away isn't a big deal, but you have to keep in mind you'll be doing this every day. Is it close to home? Is it close to work? This is a huge time commitment, so make sure you're comfortable with the commute. Continuing education opportunities is a pretty big deal, and this might not be part of your initial search, but it's definitely something to keep in the back of your mind. Cosmetology license usually require that you take refresher courses every couple of years, so you might want to see what your school offers for continuing education. Then that way you won't be as stressed in the future when you're looking to see where you can take those refresher courses. Continuing education can also be considered for your career options. So if you're planning on becoming an eyelash extension artist, you'll want to make sure that your school provides those courses you'll need in order to get certified. The next one is career placement and networking. You're going to school to get a job, so ask about career guidance and if your school is going to help you find a job. Make sure to ask if they have any networking events or if maybe salons come and visit the school to recruit students to work for them. The next is tours and shadowing. And the last thing I always tell people to do is to take a tour of the facility and see if you can shadow a student. Knowing what you're getting into is going to help a lot in making your decision easier. These are just a few things to consider when you're choosing a school that's right for you. You can find out more when you talk to the school's representative, and I'll put a link to 15 questions to ask the admissions rep and a checklist of things to consider when choosing a beauty school. I'll also put a link to a page you can enter your information in and find out which schools you're eligible for. I hope this helps you out a little bit. Please feel free to reach out if you need anything or visit beautyschoolsdirectory.com. I'm Elizabeth, and I'll see you later.